Okay, Coach Elias, thank you very much for joining me. A few questions I wanted to ask you this evening. First of all, jumping straight into it, you've obviously been sort of running the bench over the last weekend, and I'm sure on Slava's sort of say so, and obviously with the help of his dad Alex as well. How have you found the last weekend?
Oh, it's been wonderful. I mean, the guys have been wonderful with their effort. That's the reason why we found success last weekend was everybody came together and did it. Obviously, Alex is a big voice in the locker room as well. His influence is well known. So, I like to say that we did it together. I might have been the main communicator to the team, but in terms of the victories, I give the credit to all the guys, including Yanis and Martin's had a really big game on Saturday, and then the guys all came together on Sunday. So, yeah, when you when you're given the reins of one of the top teams, it's easy to do your job, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So obviously, I know Slava must have had a lot of input in sort of the practices and the drills and things that were also carried out. But have you managed to put sort of your own sort of spin on any of the sort of plays or any of the practices?
Yes and no. I mean, Slava and I have been in really good contact. We've been planning for this weekend for quite some time. It's not my first time in a head coach role, so I mean, I'm different than Slava probably in the way I do things and just in terms of a different voice. But no, we stuck to pretty much the same game plan that we've been using, and we didn't change much in terms of tactics or anything like that. The guys really came through on the weekend. They knew the job they had to do, and they did what they did. But I appreciate it. As an interim person in that role, that they were able to do that. That's what impressed me the most.
Cool. And of course, working with Alex, obviously with Slava as well, there must be quite a dynamic sort of duo anyway, with father and son. But how is it for you to work with two of those guys? Those two guys.
Yeah, we always joke about Russians and Americans working together, and it's kind of unheard of. But no, it's an interesting dynamic. I mean, I said last year, I think after the season, that each one of us brings something a little bit different to the team, and probably different players can relate to different coaches. So we all complement each other really well, and the experience levels are all different. So it's kind of a unique staff in that regard. And the respect factor, I think, is the number one thing. I mean, we all have each other's respect, especially after last season. So yeah, it's been a learning experience for me too, which is, again, something I was looking for when I wanted to coach again. So it's been wonderful. I really find myself fortunate to be able to work with these two men. I mean, with the way GB is playing right now, and with Slava's international coaching record, I mean, I feel like the small guy in the room with giants. So it's really a privilege for me to even be in the same room as them and the team. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you are. Now you did mention about GB as well. See, Slava's sort of in France at the moment with the under-20s, and I think as of today they have sealed at least a silver medal. Have you been in sort of regular contact with Slava, and what has he had to say?
Yeah, I talk to him after every game. I mean, he's really excited. He's really proud of the way the guys played, as are all we. I might not be from this country, but it's my adopted home right now, so I'm really pulling for those guys, and to see them come through with the record that they did of 3-1, I believe, against really some of the top hockey countries in the world. I mean, this is a different pool this year, and for them to go there and really come from behind to win a few games and to play the way they have, they've done their country really proud. And for Cam and Slava, I'm just brimming with pride. I couldn't be more happy for him. That's the type of team we have, though. You want people to find success, and I know Slava's excited about the results, and those guys definitely deserve, no matter what color the medal is, they deserve a medal, and I really could not be more happy for him. It's wonderful.
No, it is. It's really great. Okay, so looking firstly back at last weekend, in your sort of coaching career here in GB now, you're as a head coach, you are 2 for 2, so you must be quite happy with that.
That's one way of looking at it. I mean, no, look, the guys play the games. I was just on the bench running the lines. If I did anything to motivate them, that's wonderful, but at the end of the day, they got to put the effort in. They got to bleed and break for the club, and they did that. We had a lackluster effort for most of the game on Saturday, and great teams find a way to win, and they found a way to win. And then on Sunday, it's a challenge going from those two very different teams, and they came together and they put together a great game and got a shutout. So, when you look at it, it's always going to be a team win. And it seems like I say that a lot, but it's because it's true. I mean, when all the parts are working together, we find success. If it's an individualistic type game, we tend not to do well. So I'm really proud of the guys. Again, there's a new voice on the bench. It's not the guy they're used to. And they took that challenge on, and they capitalized, and they won. And we got 4 points, and now we move on again to the next weekend.
No, definitely, and actually looking forward to next weekend. I know we say there at the moment there are no easy games in this league. That's definitely agreed across the league. But it's Guildford Saturday here, and then Sunday in D-side to face Manchester. Again, a really tough weekend, would you say?
Absolutely. Look, you said it yourself. Any team can beat any team. The parity in the league this year is excellent. Guildford are one of the teams that actually have beaten us, which is kind of funny to say, and Manchester have as well in overtime. So it's about focus and it's about preparing for the games, both as individuals and as a group. We like to take the philosophy. We've said this before that it's not about so much the opponent as it is about us. We need to remain focused on our game plan and to do the little things that we do to find wins in any of these games, and then just take it a game at a time. We don't want to look too far ahead. Definitely don't want to look behind. This is the halfway point this weekend. Guys know that. It's almost like we're starting up again, and we want to get to the holidays and maintain our current position and continue to move forward as a group and all the way to April.
Definitely. A couple other things. Again, sort of switching back to last weekend, we saw milestones in goals from Greg Pick. We saw obviously Jimmy Ferrara getting his sort of milestone appearance, record, and Martin's with his goal as well. I guess it was just a matter of time, but have they done anything different this last week?
Well, yeah, I told Martins before that game, I said, why don't you put one in tonight so I can tell Slava I saw something that he didn't see. That's a true story. And no, listen, Martins has been pushing for that goal for a while, and I remember saying to him that you're going to get a big goal in a big game, and he did. And Greg, to see that happen and see it look like we won a Stanley Cup was a great moment for the team. And one of the things I looked at that picture after the game, and one of the things I noticed when we score, everybody it gets in such a tight little group when they're celebrating a goal. I mean, I think that's kind of the visual representation of the type of team that we are. When we celebrate something, we do it together. I mean, everybody's happy for each other. But yeah, to see those things was wonderful. Obviously, Jimmy's cat player thing with the program, that's an incredible feat, especially at his age. He takes a lot of pride in that, especially being born and bred here. I can only imagine what he's feeling. I told him actually that longevity is a skill, and not all of us get it, and he's got it. And he's just a tremendous leader and a tremendous person. I couldn't be happier for him, and he's going to have a long career beyond this. So, it was great to see those milestone moments, to be part of it. I wish Slava could have been here. I know he would have wanted to be here, but I'll have to see the replays, I guess.
Yeah, he'll have to be happy with that. And of course, will you be relieved when Slava comes back and resumes control?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, I'll tell you what. Coming in halfway through the season like that, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back at all. It's tough. It's a different situation, and you just kind of have to hope everybody does their job, and they did their job. But yeah, this is Slava's team. There's no qualms about that. I want him back. He's our leader. And I'm looking forward to him coming back this Saturday, hopefully with a medal around his neck, with an excited Cam McGiffin, and we can keep moving forward as the Phantoms team I know we can be.
Well, Lee, thanks very much for sparing the time, and good luck this weekend.
Hey, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks.